私の世界ようこそどれへでも。私の世界ようこそどれへでも。私の世界ようこそどれへでも。私の世界ようこそどれへでも。私の世界ようこそどれへでも。Testing. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Testing. Testing. Hello, everybody. Hi, it's Wemiko. Hello. It's Wemiko. Hello. don't feel like wearing my glasses today. Oops. Uh-oh. Me too. I'm gonna poof. I want to put them on my head. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I'm gonna put them on my head. You know, they kind of look like Naruto fish cakes. They look like Naruto fish cakes, guys. Do you like Naruto fish cakes? They're pretty yummy. They shrank? Yeah, the glasses is like my body part. You can remove it, you can put it somewhere else, you can... Yeah, that one thing. You put it up. Why is this alert in my face? You get away. There we go. Yeah, it's on my forehead now. Tucked between my horns. A perfect place to be. A perfect place indeed. Based Wemiko, we are happy you escaped from jail. What is your wisdom today? My wisdom today is that if you... My wisdom today is... Hey, do you know you're stupid? You're my stupid. My wisdom today is... If you never try, you never know. Nothing's impossible if you don't try hard enough. Such wisdom. Wemi the wise. See? My name, Wemiko W. There's many W's in my life. I have the win, and I have the wisdom, and I have the warrior. Literally taking W's everywhere. Thank God I'm not called Wemiko, or else I'll be taking them L's. I am unstoppable. Once again, disclaimer. Hello everybody, I am Wemiko. I am a part of Remilia Nephews. I am little fragment. I almost said pregnant. Pregnant? Can a Nephilim even get pregnant? I don't know. And yeah. Nice to meet you all. Or see. It's nice to see you guys again. It's nice to see you guys again. Hello everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Today I wanted to talk to you guys for today's episode of Weebing with Wemiko. It's all about Chinese animation. Whoa, you guys must be pretty overwhelmed with a lot of anime recently. Well, the previous episode we talked about fall anime. So I'm sure you are pretty overwhelmed with a lot of anime. You know, sometimes it gets you. Sometimes you watch a lot of anime and you get a little fatigued. You go, I don't want to do this anymore. Well, you know what? Time for you to watch some Chinese animation. I know you guys know very little about Chinese animation, so get ready to get educated by me. I will tell you all about Chinese animation. By the way, I need to split this into 2 episodes because I realized that there's a lot of good ones that I want to talk about. Especially, there's 2 kinds, 2Ds and 3Ds. So today, we'll only be talking about 2Ds. Next week, we'll be talking about 3Ds. I think it's better if I do it this way so it's not convoluted. And, you know, I'm sure if you googled Chinese anime recommendations or Chinese donghua recommendations, you get to see a lot. But you know what? Some of them are pretty mid, some of them are not that good. So today, I will only recommend you stuff that I think is pretty good and I think it's pretty nice for a first-time person to watch, or a first-timer to watch. Yeah. But before we start, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about Chinese anime. I'll put a little notepad here. Well, you see, Chinese animation is called 动画. It's because it's the adaptation of Chinese manhwa, just like how anime is always adaptation of light novels and manga. And there are also Chinese animations that are adapted from novels to Chinese novels. And Chinese manhwa tends to be really, really long. Like, you know, your average Japanese anime, if it's just... if it's like shonen, maybe 500 chapters. No, you know, like 300 chapters. That might be too long. But Chinese manga, you have like 1,000 chapters, and that's pretty normal. It's pretty normal to have like 600, 700, 800, 2,000. I've read one that's over 2,000. It's crazy, but it's pretty normal to. It's pretty normal to have very, very long chapters. And most of the Chinese anime are heavily connected to Chinese cultures. So they are mixed in with fantasy animation. So you might see these 3 big words, but you have no idea what it means. Don't worry. I will help you understand. So, you know, I guess if you're in the Western world or Greek mythology, there's like the Olympus, right? You have like different gods. God of Athena, God of Zeus, I don't know, Poseidon. And you have like all those, and they built this huge Olympus, and then they fight and stuff. But over here in Chinese cultivation thing, it's a Taoist concept that it describes extending one's lifespan by cultivating qi. So qi is the spiritual life force of everything. Every living thing has qi. And if you try hard enough, if you cultivate your qi, you can become a god. But we don't really call gods gods. We call them an immortal. Which means this concept is kind of like anybody can become a god. Anybody can become an immortal if you cultivate your qi. And you can do that by practicing martial arts or, I don't know, mythical arts and stuff like that. And anybody can be, if let's say you're an ant and you cultivate hard enough, you can evolve into a immortal ant. And then you can evolve into a human. And then you can evolve into a immortal. Yeah. So basically, you just have to cultivate qi. QI. Qi is QI. Yeah, it's like a life force. Your body's life force. So basically, if you try hard enough, you can become an immortal, which is a god. And then you have something called a wuxia. So wuxia is more like martial arts. Martial arts. Basically, wuxia always means hero fights evil people. Cultivation on qi and martial artist, and you're a martial art person. You cultivate your qi and you defeat the evil. And also there's many different sects. S-E-C-T. Sect. I swear. English is hard sometimes. There's a lot of sect. Okay? And these sects are like... How do I explain? They're different groups. They're different groups of people. They're not even groups. They're sort of... they're huge. They're like an entire empire of different sects. You know, there's like the demon sect. Inside is like a cult where everybody practices blood stuff, and then there's like the sword sect where people practice martial arts on sword, and then there's like the punching sect where everybody practices on punching, and there's also different names, different things. There's sort of like a huge cult, yeah, kind of like a cult, a huge group. There's followings, and inside the cult there's a cult leader, like sect leader, and then there's like the council, and then there's like the prodigies, the children, and then the practitioners. And then if people wanna, for example, I wanna cultivate I wanna be a sword person. I wanna play sword martial arts. So then I go to a sword cult, and then I'm in a sword sect. Oh my god, a sword sect, and then I practice the sect there, the way of the sword, and I learn stuff. And then if I want to, let's say I want to do dark magic, then I go to the magic sect, and then from there I practice magic. I learn from magic schools inside the sect and stuff like that. Sometimes there's like sect war between different sects and stuff like that. They're just huge groups. You can think of them as huge groups. Yeah, and they revolve heavily around these concepts. And then we have Xinxia. Xinxia, which basically is from wuxia, which means immortal hero. Basically, Xinxia is different because most Xinxia story has magics, demons, immortals, dragons, whatever you name it, fantasy stuff, they have it. And most of the time is that in wuxia story, the protagonist cultivate to become stronger. He wants to become the greatest hero. But in Xinxia, they normally are immortal. They're immortal, or they already got, or they want to become immortal. Yeah. So it's a little confusing, but most of the stories revolve around on these three concepts a lot. Yeah. And in some manga, you can find people who use there's a lot of ways for you to cultivate your chi. Chi is kind of like, it's like grinding in MMORPG. You can buy pills that you eat and it will increase your boost. You can like, these pills are called xiandan. Like, you eat them and then they give you internal energy, and then you can cultivate, or you can kill monsters, and then you grab monster stuff, and then you can use them to cultivate your chi. You can replace your body parts with machines and stuff too. Basically, you can do a lot of different, there's a lot of different ways. And sometimes people would go into like hibernation. They would go into a cave and seal themselves away from the world so they can cultivate into the next level. Sometimes it takes like a month, years, decades, hundreds of years, 500 years. It's like pretty normal for them to, because I mean, immortals are immortals, so to them 500 years is practically nothing. So yeah, but basically cultivation is sort of like isekai to anime. Like, that's how popular it is in Chinese animation. Yeah, so that's basically, I mean, most of the Chinese animation movie stories that follow on cultivation. And Chinese animations is heavily split into two parts, 2D and 3D. I won't be talking about 3D today. I'll be talking about it next week because that's very heavy and there's a lot of good stuff there. I know you might be thinking, oh, it's 3D, it might be not nice, but holy heckery, the plot is great, the animation is great. It's just something you have to deal with it. You know, just something you have to deal with it. You're not like, you never try, you never know, right? Like, even though it's 3D, but the story is so good, the arc is great. Some of them they're even better than a lot of shonen that we all know. It's crazy. So let me start with Alright, let me start with the recommendations. So I have prepared 22 animes for you guys. Recommended 22 anime in different genre as action, romances, slice of life, and comedy. And I try my best to put GIFs inside so you can see, because I don't know, if I put like video, I think my stream will get copyrighted, so better not. United Tribute, thank you so much for the member. Arigato. So the first one I would like to introduce you. We're going to fantasy first. Fantasy action. It's called The King's Avatar. 全职高手. And I'm pretty sure you've seen this animation. Pretty sure you've seen this donghua everywhere, but you bet you didn't know it's actually in Chinese. There's a lot of donghua that is redubbed in Japanese and then have a Japanese name. For example, there's one is like Hitori no Shita. Outcast. That one wasn't pretty good. It was not that good, but there's a lot that you might think, oh, it's anime, Japanese anime. No, it's actually Chinese animation. So yeah, let me introduce you to The King's Avatar. So this is an esports show. There's a live action and there's a novel. To be honest, I really like the novel. You know, if you like to read light novel, you should give this novel a try. I promise you, it's amazing. There's so much detail. It's so funny. I laughed and I cried almost every chapter. It's so good. All the characters are very interesting, and none of them are boring. And that's how good the characters are. They focus so hard on the characters, and it's great. So you guys should read the novel. But you guys watch it first. You like it, then you read the novel. Because I think the donghua is a little bit rushed. So the story is about there's this video game called The Glory, and there's a huge esports team. You know, think like Faker, like if Faker and S. Oh my god, what is this team again? SK something. Just imagine if like Faker from League of Legends is in this esports team, and then he got kicked out. SKT won, yeah, and then he got kicked out, and then he decided to start fresh, starting in the new alliance and start fresh and build his own team. Yeah, it's basically like that. The MC, he's pretty shameless. He's pretty quirky and he's pretty shameless. And it just shows his adventures, like taking revenge, you know, it's pretty cool. Yeah, main character is called Yetu. It's just like Faker, man. It's great. I like this. It's pretty nice. If you like esports kind of thing, you like this. Plus, the animation is not bad. It's pretty funny. This is why I recommend this show to you. Yeah. Bro just loved the game. That's true. And his team is pretty funny. Do you read the others? Were close combat match? I did, but it was just okay. The manga is pretty rushed, to be honest. I read the novel. The novel's great. If you like to read, the novel is pretty great. Okay, the next one I would like to show you. I'm sorry, I had to like open and close because it's really heavy because I downloaded the gifts. The next one is called Link Click 时光大理人. Basically, this show, it's about these two person. They own a shop called a Time Photo Studio, and they have superpowers. Basically, they provide a special service whereby clients bring in pictures and say, hey, I'd like you to grant my wish. So what they do is they can jump inside the picture. And then now, when they're inside the picture, they try to decipher what the clients want. Like, for example, maybe the client has a regret that she wished she would have done this, and now they have to solve it and actually make her do this. But every time they go inside the photo, there is a risk, and as the show continues, the higher the risk. I'm not gonna spoil you, but it's pretty good. The opening and the ending is pretty funny. Also, the animation is amazing. I feel like people don't give Chinese animation a try because I don't know, they probably think like Japanese anime is superior, but I believe that Chinese animation have increased really, really well throughout the years, and they've actually been really, really great. Like the animation, the music is amazing, the character design is great, and it's also a lot about time traveling, and every time they go inside a picture, you get to learn the client's story and memories, and very heartwarming. Sometimes I keep crying because it's just so sad. So it's pretty interesting story overall that I hope you give it a try. Hope it's in your list. It's like thriller, and it's really, really popular. Like, it's really, really popular. I'm starting to wanna. I have their merch because I like it pretty nice. They're pretty fun. They're pretty funny. And they kind of act like brothers. Oh my god! Let me tell you this funny thing. So like in Chinese, cultivation kind of a thing. In Chinese cultivation, there's this thing we call brotherhood. So basically, we call it brotherhood. So basically, brotherhood means that you and I are bros, and our brotherhood surpasses anything. Like, I would die for you, my bro. Like, we may not be brothers from the same family, but I would die for you, brother. I would literally die for you. I would betray my wife for you. We don't play with brotherhood. I would literally betray my family and my kids for you. That's how strong brotherhood is. It's like beyond love, you know? It's like you're my brother, and I would do anything for my brother. Yeah. Yeah, it's like brother from another. It's like sworn brothers, you know? Yeah, it's really, really serious. Yeah. Like, if you are my brother, if you are my sworn brother. Yeah, it's pretty serious. I'm gonna disappear for a little bit. I think I'm having a seizure. I don't know why. Well, let me continue. The brother you think is very different from what you guys. It's not BL. It's not boys love. It's like family. You're my family. I will take care of you. I will take care of your kids, and I will never betray you, and I'll always be there for you. It's not what you guys think, okay? It's a different kind of brother. It's not boys love. So yeah, it's a different kind of thing. Yeah. Because I think some people might like get weirded out. Like, why are you guys doing so much for your brother, but you know, you don't understand. Like, it means a lot to them. You know? I will do anything for my brother. Yeah. Kind of like homies, you know? Yeah, like... Okay, I'm back. Yeah, like homies. It's an unbreakable bond. Brotherhood is peak, yeah. It's not bromance, it's brotherhood. Not everything is romance, my people. It's time for you to get cultured. Okay? Alright, next up. Next up, we have another show called Scissor Seven. It's called 7克567. So basically, I know it's pretty goofy, but this show is amazing. It's like a hidden gem. Basically, what happened is like this guy. By the way, this guy, he's like voice acted. His voice. I think his voice is Wait, let me double confirm. Oh yeah. His voice by Ronnie Chan. Ronnie Chan's a comedian. But yeah, the main character, he lost his memories, so now he's stuck working for Taipo, which is a gangster-like chicken. And so basically, he now becomes an assassin because he uses a hairdressing salon as a business, because he has a pair of scissors that can cut through literally everything. But then, you know, he's not very good at his job, so it's just like a daily life of him, like, literally battling people with a pair of scissors. And it's really, really good. The character growth, seriously, just don't let the animation, you know, phases you. It's amazing. The character growth is amazing. Also, the MC, he's not stupid. He's very calm, and he's very smart. And it's a good structure, you know. It's a good structure. Also, the music is amazing. He's really smart. He's really endearing. You can see he's really trying his best. So this is pretty good, and I think you should give it a try. It is a banger! Yeah! Oh my god, I'm glad you know that. It is a banger. It's really, really good. I really, really like it. I think people just get a little... I think there is... I don't know why it's so underrated. Nobody talks about this, but it's so good. It's so good. The plot just makes you want to watch it and watch it and watch it and watch it. The plot is great. The pacing is great. So you should definitely give it a try. You saw it on Netflix, expect nothing, and it was really good. You know what? This is what happens when you find underrated gems. You look at it and you go, I think this is just okay, but you know what? Let me give it a 1 episode watch. And after that 1 episode, you're like, holy hecker, this is actually freaking amazing. See? It's great. Okay, the next show I want to introduce you is called Heroes Return. You can think of this as a little bit of like BNHA, but not really. It's not amazing, but it's a good short show to watch. It's a good short show if, you know, you're on a plane and you need something to waste your time. Basically, Zero is mankind's first superhero. And after him, there's countless of superhero that appeared. He was like the world's #1 first superhero that appeared. Okay? However, after like 5 years of war, you know, he's like the first superhero. And then after that, there's other superheroes and villains, yada yada yada. And then after 5 years, he disappeared. And then he reappeared again. And he tried to hide himself. And he's your typical overpowered main character. And he's a lot stronger, but you know what? We love overpowered characters. It's amazing. I love every bit of it. It's pretty good. Also, the reason why you might not watch it is because everybody on Mao goes like, oh, overpowered character. Yeah, whatever. If it doesn't float your boat, then leave it alone. Don't give a bad review just because it's overpowered. We like overpowered main character. So this is great. Also, the manhwa is great. I like to read the manhwas. It's a good show. Also, you can watch it on... I think I watched it on YouTube. Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube. Just watch it on YouTube, man. It's on YouTube. You can just download it and watch it in your free time. It's a good short show to watch. I really recommend. It's pretty funny. Yeah. Next one is Spare Me, Grid Lord. It's called 大王饶命. It's really good, by the way. I just want to say that the opening is like one of the best anime opening I have ever seen, but I can't put it on because copyright reasons. But like this show, it's so funny. Just imagine a teenager, one day he suddenly finds a screen and he gets great powers from this UI, and he can get walnuts, and he can use walnuts to unlock gacha and get stuff from the gacha. And basically this story is like, you know, like your typical martial arts stuff. You have like A to F, different levels of people, and you can think of this as like a konosuba for an isekai genre. There's a gacha system and stuff. I wouldn't recommend this to a first timer because you need to learn, you need to be familiarized with a lot of like wuxia and xianxia stuff. But it could be part of your list, you know. I recommend it because I think it's pretty funny. It's like a comedy basically. It's like an anti-cultivation kind of thing, because you have like gacha and in wuxia you have no gacha. Wuxia is basically if you're born rich and if you try hard enough, you can do it. And if you're a cripple, it's worse fate than death. Like if one day you did something bad and they remove your cultivation, you are better off dead. You're living a life worse than death. Yeah, so that's how important cultivation is. Yeah. Next I want to introduce you is called The White Cat Legend. 大理寺日记. So it's like diary of a white cat. It's a 12 episode show that shows journey through the Tang Dynasty. It's like slice of life. It's a little bit. It's a mysterious. It's historical, and basically it's a story about the daily life of the Dali court officials. You know, it's like a court drama with some fantasy and elements to it. It's pretty cool. Basically, the main character, he ran out of money and now he's employed at the Dali court where he works for Vice Minister Li Bing, which is a large cat. And it's like a daily life of them in the court. Is this for furries? No! It's not! Oh my gosh! It's not! It's great! Okay? It's great show. Oh my gosh, it's great show. Talks a lot about it's not your typical romance court drama kind of a story. It's a daily life. It's a daily life in a court. But there's actions and stuff. It's really good. I really recommend. Animal characters used to be pretty normal, you know? Wemmy, are you a furry? What's with people putting such a... What's with people putting such a bad connotation on anything that has animal features. Like we can't even watch. It's like we can't even watch a show about cats without being called a furry. Like this is what happens to our society, you know? This is crazy, guys. This is what happened. This is what's happening to our society. I watched like a cute show about a cat and you call me a furry like I'm some super creepy pedophile who like do indecent stuff to a cat. Like, come on, man. I just want to watch a cat show. Like, leave me alone. I just want to watch a cat show. What the heck, man? This is crazy. It's like we can't have... This is why we can't have nice things. Ugh. Sorry for the rant. I just... It triggers my bone. Triggers my bone. Leave me alone. I don't watch this. Let me watch this. Yeah, this show is pretty nice. I really recommend you to give it a try. Yeah. Next show is... Okay, next show is something that I recommend. It's something that you can watch so you can get familiarized with cultivation. It's called A Will's Eternal. 一念永恒. So basically, the main character, Bai Xiaochun, he is a young man who gets the opportunity to go through a path to become an immortal. So he is in a sect and he's working his best to improve himself to become an immortal. So it started pretty comedic. The main character is pretty funny. It's a pretty funny guy, and then he becomes super OP, and you get to watch him become super OP. And this is a pretty good show for beginner. I mean, there's a lot of good 3D ones, but if you're not ready to go into 3D, this is a nice one to watch. It's just, I think there's like 4 seasons. It's just watching this guy, you know, practice cultivation. Yeah, and you get to see what a sect do and stuff like that. It's pretty good introduction through cultivation. Yeah, it's pretty good. Next up, it's called Full-Time Magister 全职法师. I really like the first season, but the second season is pretty but I would say watch it for the first season. It's pretty good. Basically, the main character, he's like really poor. His dad is like a chauffeur or something, and he has a crippled sister in a wheelchair. And so basically, he attends a magic school to become a magician. And in this world, you have like fire, water, ice, and different kind of elements. And basically, if you have like fire, then you're considered really powerful. But then if you have lightning, you're like a god. Basically, it's like super rare. And so he goes in, and then people bullies him, but he's not like those super weak MC. His attitude is a little bit like Bakugo. And then turns out that he has dual powers. He can control fire and lightning. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna keep my lightning hidden. And then he's like, hey, people only know I'm fire, but actually I have lightning. And he hides it. And then he goes out to do real hunter work with his lightning powers, like to gain real life experiences. And he's like, yeah. And then he's like super OP, but it's just so funny. I just really like him kicking asses, you know? Because everybody in school is like, oh, you're so weak, you can only do fire. But he's like, I can do lightning out, and I've been killing monsters outside of school, like a real hunter. By the way, this magic school is to become a hunter. And he's like, yeah, I'll sign up as a real life hunter. And it's pretty nice. And, the main character, he's not stupid. He's really smart. He has a goal in mind, and he plays with his emotions very, very well. And I really like it. I really like the first season. It's really nice. I really like the first one. Also, it's on YouTube. You can watch the whole thing on YouTube. So, yeah, you can also watch it on Bilibili. It's like the whole thing's there. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. The first season is pretty nice. So, is this a reborn anime? No, it's not. So, I like the first season. I would say watch it for the first season, and it's really satisfying. Like when he beats the guy, you're like, yes, you know, it's like your typical Japanese anime stuff, you know. Yeah. The first season is great. I would say it's just like a nice short story, short for you to watch when you wanna kill time. Okay, the next one is it's called Heaven's Official Blessing. It's really popular. Tenquan Shifu. It's about a god. It's about the world of gods. So there's worlds of human and world of gods. And for humans, if you pray through an immortal, the powerful they get. So this has a lot of Taoism and Buddhism inside. There's a lot of Buddhism stuff, a lot of ghosts, ghost world. You know, in Chinese culture, hell is very different from what Americans think. In American culture, or like if you, I don't know, you think there's heaven and then there's hell, right? And in hell people suffer. But in Chinese culture, you have different levels of hell depending on what crime you did, and also there's in hell there's like a bureaucracy. You have hell money. You have like the politicians, and you also have demons living in hell that uses like money and stuff. So, you know, it's different. And so there's like heavens, and in heaven there's a lot of immortals. And then the main character, his name is Xielan, and he is a martial god. He's the crown prince of Xianle, and he's a martial god. But he's really humble. So the whole time is basically an adventure with him and Hua Cheng, which is a ghost king, and it's them trying to solve things that are happening to a missing kingdom. It's like shonen. It's like a whole. The two of them work together to discover a missing kingdom, and why a mysterious illness is happening, and why the main character, who was the martial god, decided to hide his powers and become pathetic. Like, you get to learn a lot. Mind you, the novel is BL, but the animation is not. Yeah, the animation is not. You can't really tell, by the way. There's a lot of censorship, so you can't really tell. You just feel like it's brother, but it's not, like. Yeah. Oh, it's. By the way, this is pretty normal for a lot of Chinese novels to be BL, but their animation is not BL, or their live action is not BL. It's pretty normal. Yeah, it's like censorship, you know. Ah, you see, I knew it. As always. You know, I always get comments like this where they go like, gasp! Oh my god, it's gay! Yeah, okay, sure. But yeah, I would say still watch it though, cause you hardly, I don't know, if you're allergic to gay people, then even if you watch this, you won't feel anything. Because there's literally hardly any. So yeah. And also a lot of people, also the next one is what I'm gonna show you. This one is really popular. This show single-handedly made people interested in Chinese 动画. And this show has been awarded so many awards, by the way. It is so popular that there's a live action of this. And that live action was so popular that it's crazy. It became like a global phenomenon. And also, the novel is BL. But you can't find it in the animation. You can't find it. It's not there. There's nothing there. You can't find it in the animation. So this story is, I really recommend this, by the way. This story is basically, it's about this guy. His name is Wei Wuxian. Basically, people cultivate swords. They cultivate through the means of good. And this one guy, he's been cultivating. And he's like, wait a minute, why are we always good? Why don't we talk to evil spirits? We're always trying to dispel evil spirits. But what if we use evil spirits to dispel evil spirits? I mean, it takes one to know one. So why don't we communicate with evil spirits that we know their nature and we can use them to defeat evil spirits? And then the other people are like, are you lunatic? You want to practice evil spirits? That's going through the wrong way of righteousness. And he's like, is it really righteousness? I'm also trying to defeat evil spirits, but I'm just using them to defeat evil spirits. It's like the same thing. And they're like, no! It's because you know, evil spirits, we cannot touch them. Because we are righteous. And he's like, what is justice? What is righteousness? For you guys to be in your white cloaks and talk about rules and regulations when there's bigger problems out there and war is happening. And we can't even kill one big monster, one evil spirit. We can't even kill evil spirits. You call that righteous when I can communicate with evil spirits and I know what they are and I can use that as my advantage. And then so basically this one guy, he just talked to evil spirit, he cultivated evil spirit, he can use them, he knows and understands them, and then he became overpowered because the whole story is basically about cultivators trying to steal evil spirits. But he's so OP because he knows evil spirits and he knows them so well that he can control them. And so he became so OP. And then, you know, the cults don't really like that. And the sect don't really like that. So they have a manhunt. And they kill him. But he reincarnated in this body of this guy. And he's like, why am I reincarnated? And he's like, oh, I have 3 marks on my body. I think somebody summoned me because they have a lot of grudge. So if I find out and heal his grudge, maybe I can stay here forever. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm back here after so long. Let me go and see what's going on in the world. So yeah, I love you. This is really amazing. The character development is great and the lore is amazing. You get to see a lot of fighting demons, fighting ghosts, cultivators working together, and you can see like different demons. A lot of Chinese lore you can find. It's really, really nice. The animation is amazing. The OST is amazing. Please give it a try. It's so good, you know? I see a lot of tourists in my chat. Hi tourists, nice to meet you. I'm not gonna read your comments, by the way, because it's kind of stupid and I feel like my IQ is lowering when I read your comments. So I'm just gonna say this is pretty nice. The animation is amazing, and this animation has won a lot of awards. The CGI is really good, and also I would say this is really, really good. And you should give it a try. Yeah! Yeah, guys. Really, really, give it a try, okay? It's really good. If you like demons, you know, you like Ayakashi, you like Nurarihan, you like demons and stuff like that, this is really nice for you. You get to learn a lot about demons, and there's a lot of backstory, and it's, I don't know. I just want you to watch it, okay? It's nice. The bromance is okay. It's not really that heavy, to be honest. The bromance is like your typical homies. You don't really see a lot. It's a lot of them is censored. Not censored. Okay, not censored as in like they put something over. No. When I say censored, it means like the plot is not there. They changed it so it's more friendly. Yeah. 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 It's more friendly. Yeah, it's more friendly. But this is really, really good. Please give it a watch. It's really, really good. You get to learn a lot about Chinese lore and Chinese ghosts and the world building in this is crazy. You get to learn so many different kind of ghosts and their story and how it works. It's insane. Next up is a really, really underrated show I want to show you. It's called Fog Hill of Five Element. Wushan Wuxing. I don't need to say much. Look at the animation. This thing. Oh no, I think I put the 4 of the same GIF. Anyways, this animation, I would say rivals Kimetsu no Yaiba. The animation is so good. So good. The animation is amazing. It's so good. It's amazing. If you like godlike animation, you give it a try, okay? The animation carries so hard. The fighting scenes, the choreography, the music. So this thing is like a mix of The Last Airbender with Demon Slayer. A little bit like Ashura's Wharf. So basically, the story is about 5 powerful generals. They're like guardians of each element, and then in a world where demons and humans exist, and then you can see them protecting them, and then you get to learn about them. So good. The animation is crazy good. Please give it a try. It's so good. I'm so hooked. So underrated. It's so underrated. Please give this a try. I don't think I need to explain more. Just look at the gifts, man. I wish I could show you the full fighting scene, but this is all I can give you. Oh, next one is a romance. This romance is pretty nice. It's actually on Netflix. It's called No Dove in Us. Liang Pu Yi. It's a pretty funny one. It's a historical anime. Okay, it's a romance historical anime. Basically, the emperors and the emperor swapped bodies. They fell into the water and they swapped the bodies. And now they have to try to live as each other. And it's so funny because the empress, she's like a barbarian. She comes from a family of generals, so she's really good at martial arts, but she's not really good at the court stuff, you know? You know, like in a lot of courts, you know, there's like concubine, the main consort, the second consort, the female empress, the emperor dowager, which is like the emperor's mother, and you have to do a lot of rituals and stuff like that. And so basically, the emperor, she knows nothing of them because she only likes to fight. Meanwhile, the emperor, he can't fight, but he's really good at and like strategies and stuff. And now they swap body, so now all of a sudden the Emperor knows how to fight. And also, it's really nice because the Empress is being bullied by the court, and the Emperor didn't know. So now that this swap body, he finally realized that she has been bullied for the longest time, and all of it was a misunderstanding. And then they just try to help each other in their swapped body. So it's really nice. It's really nice. For example, the Emperor, he found out that many of the concubines were always trying to get her in trouble. And back then, he will always believe the concubine because he thinks she's like a barbarian. But now that they swap body, he experienced the bullying firsthand and he felt bad. And then he started to trust her, and then she started to trust him, and then their relationship became even better, and it's so good. The manhwa is amazing, guys. The manhwa is amazing. I love the manhwa so much. So please give it a try. Would this qualify as a show? I mean, it's like a shoujo anime. Please do not compare this with anime, guys. I'm trying to separate them as a different thing, okay? So it's pretty nice. It's a good romance. It's a good romance show for you to watch. So now, next up, we're gonna talk about some slice of life, okay? So, this is called Legend of Luo Xiaohei. Luo Xiaohei is a little cat. There's a movie called The Legend of Hei. It's absolutely adorable, super heartwarming, and the whole story is a slice of life comedy show where Xiaohei, this little cat, goes around the human world, and it's an adventure with a demon cat. And it's a little bit like Natsume Yujincho, I would say. They go around and they meet other demons and they experience the human world, and it's also really short. I think each episode is only like 7 minutes long, 5 to 7 minutes long. It's something you can watch when you want something really short, something really wholesome. And also the movie is called Legend of Hei. It's absolutely amazing. I hope you can give it a try. Next up is called Fairy's Album by Yao Pu. This is like Mushishi and Natsume Yujincho. So her name is Tao Yao. Okay? She's a doctor. She's a spirit doctor. So she treats, it's like Mushishi, you know? She treats spirit. And basically each episode she treats a demon, a spirit. And when she treats them, she learns about the spirit, learns about their life story, and learns about their memories, and try to treat them. I cry, I laugh, and I cry again. This is so good. Because you just get to learn about different spirits. It's a really nice slice of life. It's a very emotional experience, by the way, because each spirit is like a tearjerker. So if you like, you know, Natsume Yujincho, Mushishi, this kind of thing, then this is for you. This is for you. Next up is Fox Spirit Matchmaker. So basically this entire thing is about a group of fox spirits that are tasked to bring couples who have pledged to love each other in their different lives. Basically, when lovers reincarnate, it is the fox spirit's job to bring them together so they can meet again. So this anime jumps back and forth between the present and the future, and people getting together. Because the show is really nice because it's really slow. They slowly couples slowly develop their feelings, and it feels like you're watching them as they die and then they reincarnate and then they meet again and you're like, oh my god, they were past lovers and then they meet again. Oh my god, I cried so hard. I cried so hard. It's so good. Basically, these couples, they go to a tree and they make a pledge to love each other in the next life, and then they pass on. So now the fox spirits, they now they pass on and then they reincarnate, and now the fox spirits will try and bring them back together again. Do they meet again at the same age? They're both at the same age, so they pass and then they both are the same age, and each season shows different characters. So yeah, I definitely recommend. It's really sweet and heartwarming. So yeah, the next one I want to show you is, I really like this. It's called Frankenstein Family. I don't know if you've seen it before, but 实验品家庭. This story is basically about a boy and his 4 siblings. And his 4 siblings are turned into monsters by their parents. They have a crazy parent that would make experiments on their siblings. So basically, it's their daily life on them, like trying. One of them is a spider, one of them is a dog, you know? It's basically them living a daily life trying to cope with the fact that they are no longer human. Yeah, they're experiments. It's not a harem, it's siblings. Not harem, siblings. There's no love. It's family. It's a slice of life show about family members. Yeah. And it's basically a very wholesome show. It's very funny because when they're young, they're turned into experiments, right? So sometimes it doesn't work in real world, so they get a little confused. Like one of their brother is a dog, one of the sister is a spider. I forgot which is the other one. It has a lot of cultural aspect too, and the art is pretty nice. The music's really nice. It's a nice slice of life show for you to watch. It's very heartwarming. It's very heartwarming because it has a lot of family aspects together. Yeah. I really recommend you to watch. Give this a try. And then the next show I want to show you is this show called God Troubles Me. This is a pretty funny buddy comedy show that I laugh so hard. Every episode I laugh. Is basically this trio. So a homeless young woman, and a mysterious cat demon, and also a god. They team up to save the world. And they have siblings dynamics. And they're so funny. And then the whole show focus on comedy and lightness. It's such a funny slice of... I just keep laughing. It's so funny. I keep laughing because it's so funny. So yeah, I recommend this one. It's pretty funny. It's like 3 goofers doing goofy things. Yeah, so I hope you give it a try. It's called God Troubles Me. If you can't find it in English, you type the... I give you Hanyu Pinyin, which is at the site. Hanhua Riji. You can type that and you can get it. I specifically put a Hanyu Pinyin so that if you cannot find the English one, you can type that one and you can find it. And a lot of them are on YouTube, so you can watch. The next one is about siblings. And this is not what you think. It's not romance. It's just literally siblings fighting each other because they're siblings and they're so stupid. They like fight every single day. And then you just watch them fight. It's like siblings being siblings. It's so funny. They exaggerate a lot. if you like a quick watch, you can watch it. It's a really short read. The manhwa is really short read. You can give it a try. I really liked it and I really enjoyed it. It's really funny. It's really funny. The girl's like, "Get away from me," and then the brother's like, "No, you get away from me." And then the two of them fight each other. It's really funny. I really recommend. Very funny. Next up, You Might Get Hungry. Basically, this is a cooking anime. So animation. So this girl, she is a chef, and she isekai into ancient China, and now she has to become a chef in ancient China. So you should give it a try. If you like the story, yeah, you should give it a try. And now I am going to give you a last show which is really underrated and you might be really surprised, but it's called To Be Hero. And I want to tell you that this is such a underrated gem that I one day found randomly on YouTube and I got so hooked to it. And it turns out to be one of the funniest shows I've ever watched. You laugh so hard that you cry, and you cry so hard that you laugh. Basically, the main character, he's a dad. It's an Osan who became a superhero. By the way, he's also a toilet bowl designer. He designs toilet bowls. And he uses his toilet knowledge. He uses his toilet knowledge to save the world. He needs to protect his daughter from aliens. Also, he's depressed. He's like this depressed Osan who's fight monsters to protect his daughter. So what happened is that he's divorced and he apparently is a bad father because he don't treat his daughter really well because he's really depressed and his wife left him. And one day he was in the toilet and he got sucked into the toilet seat and he was given a prize to become a superhero. But here's the trick. To save the world, he transformed into an ugly looking dude. So do you see the photo? You see him and his daughter and then you see the old man at the side. Yeah. In order to become a superhero, he transformed into an ugly guy. So now, he's an ugly guy with superpowers. And he has to save the world. For his daughter. With toilet bowl knowledge. It's so gold. It's so gold. I know, you're gonna be so weirded out, but it's so good. It's so good. It's one of those shows where you're like, what the heck? Why did I never encounter this gem? It's so funny. But it's really wholesome, by the way. I like laugh so hard, but then I cry. The 1 minute I laugh, and another minute I cry. So many emotions from this animation. So I really recommend you this. It's also really short. It's really good. It's called To Be Hero. You gotta give it a try. He's so goofy. Yeah, and that's all. I think it's 20. Yeah, 20 animations that I have compiled. Obviously, there are a lot more, but I try to give you ones that easy to watch, you might be interested in, and you might like it. So yeah, these are a lot of Chinese animation, a lot of donghua that I wanted to show you because you might not. It's good for you to open your eyes sometimes to experience different kinds of animation, and you might find a lot of gold ones. You might find a lot of nice ones. So I hope that you get to at least watch a few that I recommend and and give it a try. And you can always come back to this stream, and yeah, you can always just come back to this stream. Yeah, this is really nice. I really like donghua. I really like cultivation. Oddly enough, I really like cultivation. I like cultivation brain rot. I love cultivation. It feels like shonen to me, you know? It feels like shonen. This young boy, he is either overpowered or he's really weak, and he goes through different sects, and he worked really hard to become a hero. He goes through many trials, goes through many adventures, and then he goes through a lot of hardship, meets a lot of friends, and then fight a lot of... And a lot of the time, the villains are like corrupted ministers, you know? They're not really like demons, they're just corrupted people who... who like probably became the leader of a sect through illegal ways or like bribe something, and then the main character is like, justice! So I'm gonna defeat these old people. So yeah, it's basically a group of friends trying to fight for a greater good. So yeah, it's nice. It's also... There's also fantasy that I really like. You know, I like demons, ghosts, fantasy stories, magic. I like all of these, and I really enjoy all of these. So I'm really obsessed with like demons, ghosts. Same with manhwa. Korean manhwas. I like a lot of them because there's like demons and stuff like that. Thank you for the recommendation. I tend to not be aware of stuff that's not on Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll has very less anime, by the way. I don't think there's a lot of anime that's available on Crunchyroll. Or like a lot of stuff that's on Crunchyroll. You can find a lot of stuff on YouTube, by the way. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube. I like to watch anime on this YouTube channel called Muse Asia. They have a lot of anime. Yeah. They're legit. So you don't have to worry. They're legal and they're legit. Muse Asia. I watch a lot of stuff on Muse Asia because they upload a lot of stuff. And you know what they do? They upload the entire season in one video. They uploaded the entire season in one freaking video. So that video is like 7 hours long, but it's the entire anime. It's crazy. And I like to download that on YouTube so I can watch it, in planes and stuff. Yeah, it's called Muse Asia. Museasia. It's nice. It's great. Oh, you can watch a lot of these on Bilibili. And a lot of them are on YouTube too. So it's great. And also, I also have a lot of recommendations for 3D ones, but I will do that next week because that one is very heavy too. I don't want to overload your minds with so much animation, so much. I don't want to overload your brain. I think 20 is already a lot for you, so we keep it 20, so you can always come back to this video and reference it. I need to learn how to do like those timestamp thing, where I can timestamp You know, like those YouTube videos where you have like timestamps on the video itself. Oh, Anina! Thank you for the raid! Oh no! You raided when we are at the final end. Thank you for the raid! Thank you for the raid! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the raid! Thank you for the raid, everybody! I'm so sorry. We're at the end of the show. But feel free to look back at this video because I introduced you guys. I introduced a lot of Chinese animation which are donghua. I introduced 20 new donghua for you to look through, and I talked a lot about cultivation, and I talked a lot about xinxia and martial arts and brotherhood, and I introduced a lot of different kinds of Chinese animation. Please go back and give this video a watch, and you might find very, very underrated shows that you might get hooked to it, and you might find a lot of good shows, okay? I don't want to do a recap because the video's too long to do a recap. But there's a lot of good Chinese animation that you guys should watch, and I have recommended. And this one is only 2D. I will talk about 3D, and I will talk about some movies next week, so you can give it a try. And a lot of these Chinese animation are pretty short. Yeah. Oh, to everybody, hi, I'm Wemiko. It's nice to meet you. I am Remilia's alter ego. And when I'm here, Remilia is asleep. So we are two separate identities. I'm always in her head. And I like to talk about anime. And I have this show called Weeb with Wemi every Saturday, but I had to, due to Remilia's stupid body, I was delayed, locked in jail, and I finally escaped today. So I like to talk about anime. So every Saturday I talk about anime. We talk about different topics and stuff like that. So if you like anime, you can come find me. I only get out of jail once a week, so you can trust me. Okay, this is the end of today's talk. I'm getting a little tired, and I hope that you enjoyed my little stream, and I hope that you have gained knowledge about Chinese animation. Please do not sleep on Chinese animation. They are getting better every single year. Please do not sleep on Chinese animation. There are a lot of good ones. I can give you guys like a rough show. We talked about the King's Avatar and esports anime. We talked about Link Click, an anime about time travel. We talked about Scissor Seven, an anime about an assassin who fights with a scissor. We talked about Hero Return. Basically, is this hero who left the world and come back. We talked about Spare Me, Great Lord. It's a funny show about in a world of cultivation where people are very serious. The main dude, he plays gacha for cultivation stuff. Then we talked about White Cat Legend, basically a slice of life show about daily life of a cat, a human working for its cat master. And then there's a Will Eternal, which is pretty good introduction to cultivation in general. It's this kid, he joins a sect. A sect, by the way, is like a huge group. In Chinese culture, there's a lot of different sects. you learn about, you know, you train about different things. There's like the demon sect, the sword sect, the fist sect, or the fire sect, or the water sect, whatever. And in there's like the sect leader, and there's like the ministry, and then there's a school, and basically you cultivate there. Then we learn about full-time Magister. Basically, is this underrated dude who has very OP overpowered powers, but he's really smart. He lay low, and then he work really hard and strike back. Really satisfying. And then we have Heaven's official blessings, and also the other one. These two talk a lot about Chinese culture, Chinese ghosts, Chinese demons, Chinese gods. So it's good that you give it a try. The animation is really good too. And now we have Fog Hill of 5 elements. It's a little bit about the guardians and their elements, and they fight. And then there's no dominance. Basically, the emperor and his concubines swap places, swap bodies, and it's their daily life. And also we have the legend of Luo Xiaohei. It's about an adventure of this demon cat, as you know, this demon cat navigates through the human world. And then we have Fairy's album. Fairy's album is basically this girl. She is a spirit doctor, so she goes around treating different spirits, and it's a very heartwarming one. If you like Mushishi, you like Natsume Yujincho, you will like this. And Folk Spirit Maker is basically couples who wish under a sacred tree and promise that they will be each other's lovers in the next life. And the whole story is basically about folk spirits trying to get their reincarnated self to meet again and fall in love with each other again, and then the cycle begins. And then we learn about Frankenstein family. Basically, it's a wholesome story about these siblings, and 4 of these siblings have been experimented by their mom. As you can see, one of them is a spider and another is a dog, and it's their daily life trying to be normal, but they're not normal. It's like an eccentric family. And then we learn about God Travels Me. Basically, a demon cat, a immortal god, and a homeless woman trying to save the world. And it's really stupid and it's really funny. Next up, we have a sibling show, a very goofy sibling show about 2 siblings that absolutely hate each other. And it's their daily. It's like if you have a sister and you absolutely hate your sister because she's really annoying. It's basically like that. Yeah, it's just very wholesome. No romance, nothing. Just siblings doing stupid stuff. You know, it's kind of like I don't know, if you have like a younger brother or something, or a younger sister, and then your sister would come into your room and open the, like, she would come into the room and then do stupid faces and then go out and not close the door. Yeah, like they do stuff like that here. Or like she will come in the room and then fart and then leave the room and never close the door. Yeah, something like that. You know, it's like really stupid sibling stuff. And then we have Cinderella Chef, basically a culinary chef who got isekai into ancient China. And now she's trying to cook in ancient China. And last but not least is this really underrated story. It's about a divorced, depressed business owner who makes toilet bowl for a living. But he's really handsome and he has a daughter, and he's apparently a really bad dad because, you know, he's divorced and he focused a lot on his business, not on his daughter, and he regrets. And one day he was sitting on a toilet and he got sucked in a toilet bowl, and then they say, hey, you're gonna save the world, and he's like, okay. And then when he gets superpowers, he accidentally transforms into an ugly dude, and now he's an ugly dude with a task to save the world to protect his daughter from aliens. Ta-da! And that's all of the animation we talked about. Woohoo! That was a lot. So yes, should try Dragon Raja. Dragon Raja is just okay. I actually played the mobile game for a while, but it was just okay. Basically, these are all the animation that I talked about today, and I hope that you can watch something. Thank you for the super chat, though, Keely, my love. Okay, I will end today With never try, never know. So please give these animation a try. Do not sleep on Chinese animation. They are amazing. Michael David, thank you so much for the stream. Thank you so much for the stream. Thank you so much for Tiffy. Arigato. Okay. I will go off and I'll see you next week. Hello, it's me again. Thank you for the super chat, though, Michael Fag. I would like to answer your question. You ask, is the Apothecary Diary a Chinese anime? It's not a Chinese animation. It's a Japanese animation because the Apothecary Diaries is set in a fictional country that resembles ancient China, but it is not. It's not ancient China. It's just inspired, so it's Japanese anime. I hope that answers